You are now listening to The Jason Damico Show.
Greetings, folks. Welcome back to The Jason Damico Show. And to just keep things short and to the point, I have a nice long bio that we're not going to read for you because we have literally about 5 minutes with the CEO and president of the Recording Academy currently. And I can't read all of this. We don't have time for it. But Harvey Mason Jr., it is such an honor.
Thank you. It's good to be here.
It's great to have you.
And you're
here.
A member, so
yes, sir.
This is good.
Yes, sir. We are here in downtown Durham at the Bull City Summit. You just came off of an incredible panel with Terry Burns, I believe, talking about kind of AI and the future of the music industry. Again, I've got all these questions. We'll get to them probably at a later interview in a longer form.
Sure, love to.
What I'd love to just kind of hone in on is what I've seen you do in the last few years with the Recording Academy has been remarkable, nonetheless. Really have enjoyed kind of diving into your background, your dad as the drummer, you know, and all the fantastic musicians that he's worked with, you've worked with. And I'd love to just kind of dive in real quickly on your thoughts on leadership. If I were to ask you just kind of like 1 to 2, 3 really quick questions today. The first one would be leadership. And maybe your thoughts just for the music community in general, younger cats like myself, and for those of us that are in multiple hats, wear multiple hats, such as producing, songwriting. You know, as far as leadership, just some pointers for everybody out there. And what do you think?
To me, leadership is a lot like songwriting, honestly, which is a weird comparison, I know, but you said you're a songwriter. I think leading is about, first of all, getting the right people together and getting the right people who are experts at what they do. So like as a songwriter or producer, it's a great lyricist to collaborate with, or a great musician, somebody who's a piano player who can come up with really interesting and innovative chord progressions, or the musicians that can perform the song. You're kind of casting the right group, and then you're letting them do what they do. And that's what I try and do with the way I lead my organization, the academy, or anything that I'm doing. I try and bring people that are much smarter than me and much more talented than me, and then I try and clear a space for them to do their work. I try and give them the energy, the support, the resources to do what they do, and then I try and make sure they're all in the right places, going down the right lanes and doing the work that needs to be done. So a leader is only as good as the people he works with, in my opinion. You can be the best leader in the world, but if you don't have the right team and they don't have the space and the autonomy and the clearance to do what they do, as a leader, you're not doing your job.
Absolutely. It's a great answer. As far as Harvey Mason Media, let me take a step back real quick to say that your coverage of the industry is vast and deep and wide. Again, we can't really get into all of that on this interview today. But as far as Harvey Mason Media, I was just curious to see like some of the challenges that maybe you overcame early on with production, building that business. How did that translate directly into your position now as CEO?
It's all a series of challenges, finding solutions to the challenges, and then figuring out how to stand up and push on and really grow and evolve. And the same for my production company, for my songwriting business, for my work at the Academy, especially as a musician. You know this, Jason, better than probably people in other industries. Like, we are exposed to heartache, because we're putting our music out there, putting ourselves out there for people to judge and evaluate. Sometimes that's difficult, and there's criticism that comes with that. And like, oh, I don't like your song, or I don't like your voice, I don't like your guitar playing. And you have to be able to take that, internalize it, and use it for motivation, and use it for inspiration to make you want to do better, want to be better. And some people can do that, others hear that and it deflates them, it demoralizes them.
Yeah.
So what I've been able to do in my life, and it's nothing super unique, and lots of people have done it, but I try and take the challenges as learning opportunities. I try and take the criticism as critique, and I try and use all this as fuel or ammunition to get better. And people used to say that about my song. They said, you're not a very good songwriter, you're not a very good producer. I say, okay, great. I'm going to go back. I'm going to work. I'm going to spend the hours that I need to get better. And then people said, oh, well, you probably can't run Harvey Mason Media. You can't do film and TV music, or you can't do, pop and rock and country and reggae. And I was like, okay, great. I'm going to go study. I'm going to work. I'm going to practice. I'm going to get better, and I'm going to do those things. And then at the academy, oh, you can't do certain things at the academy, or you can't accomplish these certain goals that you want to accomplish. Okay, great. And humility, being humble, being gracious is always part for me of leadership, of being a part of how I like to approach things. But always in the back of your mind, remembering that there is that doubt. There's people that didn't think that you were able to do something, whether that's songwriting, whether that's getting into a college, whether that's sports, relationship, business, and always remembering that feeling of being able to overcome those doubts or those issues being something that was not going to keep you down.
I love that. To kind of wrap things up, because I know you got to catch an Uber and get to the airport to the next adventure. Based on that, when the doubts creep in, disbelief, everything that we all have to deal with as artists and creatives, what's that? Maybe that one or two things that just you always come back with a punch and just say, you know what, this is kind of my, this is just kind of like my modus operandi in life. What would one of those be that never fails you?
It goes along with what I said earlier. To me, it's you're going to get knocked down a lot, but it's not how you knock down, it's how you get up and how you learn while you're down. And to me, that's the lesson that I've been able to carry through my life, because in music and in art and creativity, there are a lot of times when there's not that acceptance, there's not the support, and you spend a lot of time getting knocked down. And as long as you keep getting up, and when you get up you feel stronger, more empowered, more educated than when you went down the last time, then that's growth, and that's learning, that's improvement. So for me, the philosophy or the MO for me is to continue to be a learner, not a knower. Nobody should be approaching life as a knower. We should all be learners. And the critique or the criticism or the time that you've been pushed down are great opportunities for you to learn and grow and evolve and be better. And so if there was one thing that I would take away from this chat, if I was watching or listening, is that there will be a lot of opportunity to learn, especially in our industry, because people are always critical. People always have judgment. It's a subjective craft. Being able to use that for the benefit of your creativity or to your life is something that I subscribe to.
You heard it here, folks. Harvey Mason Jr.
Thanks for having me, man. Let's do more.
So grateful to have you.
Soon.
Yes, please.
And
Be
thanks
great.
for your membership. Thanks for your support.
Thank you.
All right.
We'll see you guys on the next episode. Peace.